Believe me or not, but most people waste Instagram comments. Someone engages with your post and nothing happens. No conversions, no follow ups, and just wasted opportunities. If you're doing the same, then don't worry, because today I'm going to show you how you can build an AI assistant that does this. When someone comments on your post, they get a free digital resource from you directly inside their DMs, and it makes sure they follow you before they can access that resource. After that, AI has a conversation with them again inside your DMs. It understands what issues they are facing and then pitches what you're selling. All of this completely automated using ManyChat as well as AI. So if you want to stop leaving money on the table, then watch this video till the very end and set up this exact IG funnel. So let me show you how it works in action so that we're setting up the right expectations. And we're going to assume that you have put this post on your Instagram page. Now it could be a normal photo post or it could be a reel. That doesn't matter. And we're also going to assume that you have asked your audience to comment a particular keyword to receive that free resource. So from the viewer's point of view, they're going to head over to the comments section and they're going to type that particular keyword. In this case, the keyword is guide. After that, they're going to hit send, and within a few seconds, they're going to receive a DM from you. When they head over to their DM, they will see this particular message. So it says, "Hey, I'm so glad you want the personal brand kickstart guide. This is exclusive to my followers. So follow my account and I'll DM you the guide." So at this point, we're not sharing that guide or that free resource with everyone. We're only sharing it with your followers. And just in case they're not a follower, they need to follow you to get access to it. So right now, I'm not following this particular account. But I'm going to still click on that button and I'm going to say that I'm following you. Because I know most people are going to do that. After that, it's going to say, looks like you're not following yet. No worries, just hit that follow button and then click the button below when you're done. After that, that particular viewer is obviously going to follow you. There we go. And then once they've done that, they can simply click on I'm following and then it's going to move forward. So now it's saying, perfect, thanks for following. Quick question before I send it over. What's the biggest problem you're facing with your personal brand right now? Now, this could be a question to understand their pain point based on what you're selling. So let's say I'm not being able to post consistently. All right. Okay, so we've got a reply. It says, consistency is definitely a challenge for many people. Page 7 of this guide will show you how to show up consistently and build momentum. Here you go. After that, they send you the link to that particular resource. Basically, in this case, if you go to that link, there should be a 7 to 8 page PDF showing you how you can kickstart with your personal brand, as they've mentioned here. Now, obviously, I don't have any such guide, so this link is just a dummy one. After that, it's telling me, let me know what you think. Does this line up with what you're looking for? So we're not stopping after sending them the guide. We're actually trying to continue the conversation. So let me reply by saying, thanks, it was nice. And then we've got another reply that says, awesome. So just so you know, the guide is really just the foundation. If you want the full system Sarah uses to build brands that actually attract clients and income, check out Magnetic Brand Blueprint. Now, this is where you're introducing your product. And then we simply end off by saying, want the link? And let me say yes. And there we go. We have got the link to her course. Then it's saying any questions. So let me say, I feel it is expensive. So it's saying, I get it. Quick question though. You mentioned struggling with consistency. If this solves that and helps you post regularly to grow your brand and attract clients, would $497 be worth it? Also, there's a payment plan, 3 into $197. And this is completely powered by AI, just in case you're wondering. And now if they want, they can ask another question. If they want, they can check out that particular course. So what do you think about this workflow? Firstly, you're turning your comments into DMs. Secondly, you're getting people to follow you. And thirdly, you're also pitching your service. Now, some people could also ask for that particular person's name and email before delivering this free guide, but that's completely up to you. So if you want to build this exact system, watch this video till the very end because I'm going to show you exactly how you can build it step by step. So now let's finally get started. So we're basically going to be using 2 different tools. The first is ManyChat, wherein we're going to set up this flow that would allow it to send messages on Instagram. It's going to allow it to catch the comments, ask them to follow, verify, etc. So ManyChat is literally everything which is related to Instagram. And then we're going to create a very small automation on N8N, which is going to basically host our AI agent. So everything AI related is going to be here, maybe the prompts, maybe the memory, etc. And if you ever want to monitor these chats or take a look at the history, you can always refer to the live chat inside ManyChat. So you'll find the link to both of these platforms in the description below. Go ahead and create an account. Both of those links should get you free trials to get started with. Before we jump into building the AI Instagram funnel, here's the thing. Automations only work if your content drives engagement. So if you want to create content that gets people to stop, watch, and interact, then this free guide by HubSpot on creating high impact AI content is what you need. It breaks down how to research what's performing, how to identify engagement patterns in your niche, and how to use AI to create posts with stronger hooks and clearer story flow. Not random prompts, but actual frameworks that you can reuse. My favorite part is the focus on consistency over virality. One viral post is luck, but repeatable engagement is leverage. Get it for free at the link in the description, and thanks to HubSpot for sponsoring this video. So after you've created an account on ManyChat, you're going to land here. Then head over to the settings and then head over to Instagram. Now here, make sure you connect your Instagram page. And this is going to be the exact page where you're going to post these reels or photos and from which the DMs are going to be sent to your visitors. Make sure that your Facebook and Instagram accounts are connected to each other for this connection. So once you land here, all you have to do is simply log in into your page and that should connect it right here. After that, head over to automations and click on new automation. After that, select start from scratch and select start with a blank. Alright, so that gives us a blank canvas to get started with. Firstly, let's name it. So let's call it the AI IG funnel or whatever you want to call it. So first off, let's start with the trigger. So simply click on new trigger. Now here you can choose that what happens when this flow is triggered. In this case, we're taking the example that when someone comments on your post, we're going to trigger this. Alternatively, it could also be if someone replies to your story, if someone sends you a DM, if someone clicks on your Instagram ad, or if someone comments on your live. So it's up to you which one you want to go with, but in this case, we're going to select user comments on your post or reel. After that, you have the option of selecting one particular post, or you can select all posts. So in case of one particular, it's just going to monitor it for that post. But in case of all, it's going to monitor all of your comments. So let's take this post as an example and let's click on continue. After that, it is asking you the keywords. So now you have to decide what are your viewers going to comment. So in this case, it was guide. So let's keep it as guide. You can add multiple if you want, and you can also select any comment. So in that case, they don't have to comment a particular thing. If they comment anything, they're going to get that thing inside their DMs. But I'm just going to select this keyword and I'm going to click on continue. And now it's asking you if you want to set up a public reply to that comment. So if you select no, then obviously there's going to be no reply to their comment. But if you select yes, you can basically decide what you want to reply with. For example, send, check your DMs, or whatever you feel like. You can also add more, and if you want, you can change them. Now let's click on save and the trigger is ready. Now we need to go ahead and set up the rest of the flow. So now I'd like to set up the part where I'm going to verify if they're following the account or not before we give them that free resource. Now it's up to you if you want to skip this part and give the resource to everyone, but I'm still going to show you how to build that flow. So as soon as they comment on your post, I want to basically send them an Instagram message which is going to say the following. So, hey, I'm so glad you want the personal brand kickstart guide. This is exclusive to my followers. So follow my account and I'll DM you the guide. Hit the button when you're done. And now let's set up the button. So let's call the button I'm following you. And let's click on done. Please note that this would be sent in their DMs and this is not a part of the comment box. Now, once they click on this button, I would like to have a condition to check whether or not they are following me. So let's just drag and drop this arrow and after that, select condition. Then add a condition which says follows your Instagram account And we're going to set it up as is true, which means they're following your account. And if not, then they go with this particular route. So firstly, let's set up the flow where we're going to assume that they are not following our account and we want to ask them again to follow it before we move forward. So again, just drag this arrow, drop it, and select Instagram. And now I'm basically going to tell them that looks like you're not following yet. No worries, just hit that follow button and then click the button below when you're done. And then we're going to say, I'm following you now. All right. And once they do click on this button, I want to again check if they're following me or not, or if they're just bluffing. And if they are, then they would go forward with our flow, which we're going to set up. And if not, then they will see this message again. So these 3 different nodes are going to basically help you increase your followers. So now let's move forward, assuming that they're following you. So now at this point, I want to understand their pain point so that we can personalize the conversation a little bit. So just drag and drop this arrow here, select Instagram. And this time we're going to select data collection because we want to take an input from them. In this case, it's their pain point. So you can remove the first one and just keep the second one. Here you can enter your question as to what you would like to ask them. So in this case, I'm going to say, perfect, thanks for following. Quick question before I send it over. What's the biggest problem you're facing with your personal brand right now? Now, obviously, you can go ahead and change this question to whatever you'd like to ask them. After that, click on Contacts Reply. Make sure this is text. After that, we'll have to save the reply to a custom field. A custom field is basically a variable. So just click on this, click on New User Field, and just create a field called User Input. Just make sure that it is in this particular manner, which is U is lowercase, I is uppercase, and there is no space, nothing. This should be text, and click on Create. I already have it, so I'm just going to select it. There we go. It should look something like this for you. Alright, so up until now, we haven't introduced AI inside our workflow. Because as you can see, these are static messages and we're just working based on the conditions. But now that we've asked them what is their biggest problem and everyone's problems can be different, we're going to introduce AI right here. So after this message is going to go to the AI agent and it's going to take the conversation from here. So now let's head over to N8N and let's set up our AI agent, which is going to take the conversation from here. Now, before we move forward, a quick introduction about myself. So, hello everybody, my name is Yashica Jain and I am an AI automation expert running my own company called Automates AI. At Automates AI, we help businesses implement AI into their processes, which not only saves them time, but also makes them extra money. So if you're looking for an AI system similar to the one in the video, or else an AI voice agent, an AI automation, then don't forget to check the link to our website in the description below. Apart from that, if you're looking for a one-on-one call with me, then you can find the link to my coaching calendar in the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more such content, and do follow me on LinkedIn as well as X for some more exclusive content. Alright, so now we can get back into the video. So you'll find the link to N8N in the description below. Go ahead and create an account. It's nothing else but a no-code automation platform which is going to help us set up this AI agent without coding. So once you create an account, you will land on their dashboard and then simply click on Create Workflow. Then click on Add First Step and search for Webhook. Now, since we're using 2 different platforms, the first one is ManyChat and the second one is N8N, there needs to be a way to connect both of these platforms. And that is where Webhook comes into play. We're going to see how that works just in a moment. But for the time being, just make sure that the method has been selected as Post. After that, click on Add, select AI, and then select AI Agent. Now we're going to go ahead and set up our AI agent. So we'll set up the user message just in a moment. Before that, let's set up our system message, which is going to basically tell the AI agent who it is, what it's supposed to do, how should it take the conversation forward, what to do if the user has objections, so on and so forth. So click on Add option and then select System Message. Alright, now this is the place where we can add the system message. So let me select expression here and let me open it up for you so that you can see it easily. Now I have already written the system message that you can see on the screen, and I'm going to share this system message with you in the resources linked in the description below. From there, you can copy this entire prompt and you can paste it inside your AI agent and then just, change a few things so that it matches your brand. And then you should be good to go. You can also take the help of ChatGPT or Claude to help you customize this prompt. And I wrote it before so that I'm not spending 30 minutes of the video explaining how you write a prompt. So yeah, just grab it, customize it, personalize it, and you should be good to go. Now let me go ahead and explain this prompt to you. So we're starting off with the identity. This is the identity of the AI agent. So we're telling it that you are an AI assistant for Sarah Chen, a personal branding coach who helps entrepreneurs and creators build magnetic online brands that attract opportunities, clients, and income. You communicate via Instagram DMs on behalf of Sarah's business. Then we're telling it something about her. For example, she went from 0 to 100K followers in 18 months, blah, blah, blah. Then we're also telling it about her course. For example, what is the course about? What is the investment looking like? What are the other options, etc. Then we're also telling it about the free guide that we are, sending through the DMs. So we're telling it that it's a 7-day personal brand kickstart guide. This is a PDF guide that the user is about to receive. And then we have also given it a page by page breakdown as to which page contains what. We're also telling it that if, for example, they're facing with consistency, then page number 7 is helpful for them. If they are unclear about who I'm for or my audience, then it's page 3, so on and so forth. So up until now, we have given it all the back context, as you could clearly see. And that is because we want the AI assistant to feel like a team member, because it's literally going to be speaking with our potential customers. After that, we're telling it what has already happened so that we're not, duplicating anything. For example, the introduction, right? That is already done. You don't have to introduce yourself again. So we're telling it that the user commented, we asked them to follow, and then we asked them about their biggest problem. And then they have responded with their biggest problem or challenge, and now you are taking over the conversation. It is very important that you don't reintroduce yourself, because that's already done. And now we're moving to the main prompt. This section is called the role, where we're telling it what it is supposed to do. For example, acknowledge their challenge and deliver the free guide with a personalized note about which page will help them based on their problem. Ask for immediate feedback. Based on their feedback, pitch the course. Handle their question or objections about the course intelligently. Then we're setting the tone for our AI assistant. For example, is it too concise? Is it too precise? You get me, right? So we're telling it that you're conversational, you're confident but not pushy, you're concise, authentic. Emojis are fine but not too many, no corporate jargons. And now comes the main part of this entire prompt, which is the conversation flow. So inside the conversation flow, we're telling it how the conversation should flow, basically. So step 1 is to acknowledge their challenge and then deliver the free guide for which they commented. So we're telling it that the user has just shared their challenge. And by the way, we're going to tell it what their challenge is, okay? And we're telling it to acknowledge it specifically and then choose the most relevant page from the guide based on their challenge and send the link immediately. We're also giving it an example right here in between the quotations, and we're telling it to send the link as plain text and not as markdown. Otherwise, there are 2 different links and that doesn't look good. Then step 2, right after sending the guide, you should ask for their feedback. And step 3 is to analyze their feedback and accordingly pitch, okay? So if their feedback was very positive, like, yes, looks good, helpful, thanks, love it, great, then you have to transition to the pitch naturally, okay? And we've given it an example. If their response was neutral, that, yeah, the guide was okay, it was cool, alright, in that case, you need to be slightly more direct. And if their feedback was negative or they were confused, like not sure, didn't get it, unclear, it wasn't good or whatever, then it needs to be helpful first before pitching. For example, no worries, what part is unclear? Let me help you out real quick. And then it's going to help them with their problem. And then after helping, it's going to swiftly pitch the course. So at this point, we've just asked them, do you want the link to the course? And again, we have told it that if they say yes, interested, etc., then you send the link to the course along with the investment and ask them if they have any questions. If they ask anything about the course, we have given some course details like the duration, the guarantee, the results, the time, the support, access, format, and the community. We have also told it how you can basically handle objections. For example, too expensive, can't afford it, price is high. In that case, you have to say this. Need to think about it, let me think. Then you have to say this. Bad timing, not now, maybe later. So, accordingly, we are handling these. Then we're giving it some notes. For example, what are the do's and the don'ts? For example, here I've told it not to apologize excessively because I've seen that the AI agents and the assistants apologize all the time, which is, again, not that great. And I mean, it's good to apologize, but not all the time. And accordingly, we've also given it some more critical points, which you can read. Then there's a flow summary at the very end, and then the links to use. Again, the links are dummy in this case, because this entire concept of Sarah and her course is completely hypothetical. Alright, so let's save this. So yeah, again, I'd say the same thing. Grab the prompt from the resource. I know it's a long one, and then spend some time customizing it so that your DMs feel like your brand. Now let's connect a chat model to our AI agent. So you can select either Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini. So I'm gonna go with OpenAI. Then it's going to ask you for your OpenAI keys, which you're going to find at openai.com. So just head over to openai.com, click on login, and then select API platform. If you don't have an account, create one, then head over to the settings, go to API keys, create a new key, copy the key, come back here, click on new, and add your API key right here. That's going to connect your OpenAI account to Anyten. And this is not ChatGPT, that is separate. This is your API account. Then we need to select the model, which is going to basically, take this conversation. So right now I'm going to select GPT 5.1. So let me search for 5.1. And there we go, because this model is by far the most human sounding model. And then let's come out of this. Then let's add memory because it's a chat agent. Select simple memory, change 5 to 10 because we want to remember the last 10 messages at least, and then save it. Okay, so let's quickly rename our flow so we can call it the AI agent for the Instagram funnel. Alright, now coming back to webhook. So webhook is basically a URL which is going to allow both the platforms to connect. So ManyChat is going to send an API request to this URL, which is going to further run this automation and return the results. And inside ManyChat, we're obviously going to pass in whatever the customer has written, whatever their challenge is, so that the AI agent knows that. So for now, just simply copy this particular URL, head back to ManyChat, click on Add, go to Actions, click on Add again, go to Automation, and then select Make External Request. Okay, click on Add your request. Here, make sure Post is selected and then paste the URL we had just now copied from Anyten. Then head over to the body right here and then paste this body. Okay, you're again gonna get it from the resources, or if you want to just type it by looking at the screen, you can do that. But please don't mess up with the quotations or the colon. Otherwise, this thing is not going to work. So the first thing that we're sending to Anyten, to our AI agent, is the user input, whatever they have typed in the chat. And the second thing that we're passing is their contact ID because we want to maintain the memory, right? So let's say person A is chatting and person B is chatting. Firstly, both of their conversations are not going to be mixed. It's different because both of them have different contact IDs. And because of the contact ID, it will know that, okay, person A had XYZ problem, but person B had ABC problem. And it's not going to mix it. It's going to be like two separate containers because of the contact ID. Just in case you're not seeing these as blue, let me tell you how you can add it. So let's say you've removed it. After that, click on Add a field and then search for user input. Head over to Custom User Fields and select. The same thing goes with Contact ID. Just search for Contact ID here and select it. Okay? And then click on Save. Just connect it to the next step right here. Now we'll have to go ahead and test this connection which is between ManyChat as well as Anyten. So just simply click on this drop down for preview and then select in Instagram. After that, click on preview again. Okay, so we're getting an error. It says that the button title must not be so long. So let me change it to I'm following you. Okay. And now let's click on it again. Okay, now it's going to show you a code which you have to send to that particular Instagram page from some other Instagram account. So in simpler words, you need to send these 3 digits to your main Instagram page from some other Instagram account. Okay, so here I am on the main page's DM, and let me send that code right here. This is just for testing, by the way. Okay, so let me see if I'm following this account or not. And yes, I am. So let me just click on I'm following you. All right. After that, it is asking me what's the biggest problem you're facing. So let's say I'm unclear about literally everything. Okay. And that's it. That's all we had to do. Now we can continue with the testing. This wasn't the actual testing. This was just to get the inputs, just to get the variables, etc. Now we're going to test the connection, and then once everything is done, then we're going to test the conversation. So once you're back inside ManyChat, you can close this and then head back to your request. Click on this. Then for contact for testing, search for your name. Okay. So this is the dummy account through which you had texted your main account. All right. So I've got my account. Now, if I head over to the body, you will actually see the preview. This is nothing else but my last response, which is I'm unclear about literally everything. And this is the contact ID associated with that particular Instagram account. Okay. Then head over to Anyten and just click on this orange button for webhook, which says listen for test event. Then click on test request. That's it. 200 OK. Come back to Anyten. And here you will find the data from ManyChat, which means that the connection is working fine. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to set up the user message for our AI agent. So just simply select define below. So firstly, let's say the user input, which is this. You can drag and drop the user input. This is basically a variable which will be changed every time based on whatever the user types in the chat so that we can send it to the AI agent. And that's all. After that, head over to the simple memory and then again select define below here. And this time select the contact ID as the key for your memory. I've already explained the logic behind this. Alright, now let's go ahead and run the AI agent. By the way, make sure that your OpenAI credit balance has about $5 to $10 for you to basically use their API. So mine does, and that's why we've got an output which says, let's see, totally get that. When you're unclear on everything, it just feels overwhelming. Start with pages 1 and 2 of the guide to zoom out. Then page 3 will help you figure out your niche and who you're actually talking to. And then it has given me the link and then asking me, let me know what you think once you skim those pages. Does this line up with what you were hoping for? All right. That works. And then the last module for the automation, which is respond to webhook. And for this one, just select all incoming items. Then click on save. Now go back to your webhooks module, head over to the production URL, copy it, go back to ManyChat, and this time replace this URL with your production URL. We were using the test URL so far because we were testing things, and now that everything is set up, we can replace it with the final one, and let's click on save here. Now let's just finalize this. So just click on active, basically turn it on. You can cross these. Alright, so Anyten is set up, our AI agent is set up. One last time, go back to your external request and this time to response mapping. Click on add and just paste this from the resources or just type it, which is $.0 output. And we need a custom field to save the AI agent's output. So just open ManyChat in a parallel tab. Head over to the settings, then head over to fields under automation. Click on new and call it assistant reply. By the way, the A is not capital, so A should be lowercase, R should be capital. It should be a text type and then click on create. I already have it. Once you have done that, you might have to refresh this page once. So just, refresh it once and then make sure this is still there and then select that custom field and click on save. So now basically whatever's coming through Anytime through the AI agent would be saved as a variable inside ManyChat. Now we just have to send that message back. So select Instagram, select data collection. You can remove the first one and then click on this icon to select the assistant's reply. Now this is going to be replaced by, the AI agent's reply, obviously, because we had saved it here and now we are sending that. After that, click on this and this time again, select user input here. Alright, now we are going to create a loop which is going to go back here. So once the user has given their problem, it goes to Anytime. The AI agent gives us a reply which we save. Then we send it back to the customer through the DM. Then we again take a text from them. That text again goes to the AI agent and this loop continues. And this is how the conversation is, taken forward using AI. And that's it. The flow is ready. Anytime done, ManyChat done, and now all you have to do is set it live. If you want to test it before you set it live, you can just, click on preview. It's going to give you the code. You can send it, you can test it. But if not, you can just click on set live. There we go. And now let's go ahead and comment on this particular post. We're going to comment the word guide. Alright, so let me go to that account. There is the post and let's comment the word guide. Alright, and we've got the reply. So if I go back here, just after this message, I got the first message of our flow. And since I'm following the account, I'll just click on that. Or if you want, let me just unfollow it for you so that I can validate the conditions logic that we had implemented. So right now I'm unfollowing the account and I'm going to still click on I'm following you. Then it's going to tell me that it does not look like you're following yet. So now let me follow and then click on this button. Alright, so what's the biggest problem you're facing? Not getting views, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so we've not got a reply. Let's see what's wrong here. So to debug this is how it works. You have to first go to live chat. Then under open and close, both of these, look for the conversation you were having, which is this one in this case. And then after that, just see what happened. So after I said not getting views, it just, stopped after collecting my response, which means it did not send it to Anytime or the Anytime automation returned an error. One of the two. So in that case, I'm going to go to Anytime because obviously Anytime was the step after this. So there we go. Then we're going to go to executions and see we have an error. The reason why I'm showing you this is so that you can debug it because obviously you can get any error, right? So let's see what the error says. So it's right here. Unused respond to webhook node found in the workflow. Okay, so it's saying that this is unused. How is that? Okay. So a small issue here. Go back to the editor and then instead of respond immediately, it should be respond using the respond to webhook node. Okay, then it's going to use this one. All right, let's save it. And now let's do the test again. Before that, what you'll have to do is you'll have to delete your contact for it to work again. So just go to these three dots and delete your contact. So continuing where we left off. So I'm going to go back to that post. Let me delete my previous comment. By the way, we got a reply as well that we had set up in the trigger, which is reply to that comment. Okay, just letting you know just in case. So let me delete my comment and let me comment again. So the keyword was guide. Let's see. Okay, so we haven't got any response, which is because this commenting feature is available once per user. Okay, so if someone has commented and they've been through the ManyChat flow, then it wouldn't allow them to do it again. Even though we deleted the contact on ManyChat, it's still not going to allow us to do that. So in that case, what you can do is you can change the post. Okay. Now this problem is something that only you're going to face because you're testing it again and again. But your viewers or your followers are not going to face because they would literally just take that resource once, right? And obviously if they're asking for it twice or thrice, then even we don't want to spend our OpenAI tokens on that. So I feel that it's a good feature to only allow once per user. But for ourselves, it's a little bit of headache to do this because we need to test it multiple times. So let's do one thing. Let's change the post. So instead of the post we had chosen, we can choose some other post and let's go from there. Okay, so back to our Instagram funnel and go back to your trigger and then click on edit, then click on see more, and then just choose some other post. Now, we're gonna obviously change it back to this post after the testing is done, but for now, just choose another one and then click on save. So I hope you get the logic. One user per post. Okay, so let's make sure everything is correct. Yes, and now let's test it. Alright, so here's the other post I'm working with, and then let's type the same keyword, guide. There we go, we've got the DM. Alright, now let's do a final test. So let's click on I'm following you. Alright, and I guess I was following, so yeah. What's the biggest problem you're facing with your personal brand right now? So let's say not getting views. Alright, it worked. So the N10 thing is working now. The AI agent is working. Totally get that. Creating and then barely getting any views is super frustrating. The guide will help you fix the roots of that, especially page 3, page 4, and page 5. Here you go. Then there's the link. Let me know what you think once you skim it. Does it feel aligned with what you're needing right now to start getting more views? Yeah, that was basic info. I knew that already. Got you. That makes sense. If you're past the basics, the real needle mover for your views are usually your hooks, watch time, and how clickable your topics are for the specific audience you want. What platform are you mainly posting on right now? I can give you a couple of more advanced tweaks tailored to that. So remember in that prompt we had mentioned that if the user has like a neutral response or a negative response, then you should help them before pitching the course directly. So it's doing exactly that. So let me say Instagram. Okay, got it, Instagram. I like the emoji here. For Reels especially, views usually jump when you dial in 3 things. The first one is seconds, hook, topics, what your ideal audience is, okay, strong retention. Tell me, are you posting more educational, lifestyle, or entertainment style content? So let's take travel vlogs. So it's basically trying to impress the person before, pitching the service. I wouldn't even say impress. It's more like giving value. Okay, so we have something here. So a few things you can test on Instagram. Make it about the viewer, not my trip. 3 things I'd never do again in Paris. Read this book before your flight to Dash. Avoid these 3 mistakes. $50 a day in city. Day 1 on 7. Yeah, thanks. That is helpful. Okay. And now let's see if it pitches the course or not. Alright, love that, glad it helped. Since you're clearly serious and already past the basics, the free guide is just the starter. If you want a full system for growing an audience that actually watches and converts, not just random views, that's exactly what Magnetic Brand Blueprint walks through: positioning, content strategy, and growth tactics step by step. Want the link to check it out? Okay. There we go. So what you get, investment, here's the link. Any questions about whether it's a good fit for where you're at with your travel content? Okay, so we're gonna stop the testing there because I certainly went too deep into that. But yeah, let's go back to the trigger and let's change it. So let's click on edit, and now you can change it to the actual post where you want this thing to work, okay? Because your testing is done and you're satisfied. Just make sure it's saved, it's live, and your N10 automation is active. Make sure your OpenAI account has money in it, and you should be good to go. As I said, you'll find the prompt and anything I copy pasted basically in the resources below, and then you can watch the video and set it up for yourself step by step and customize it for yourself and basically get more sales. So what I would recommend is that have this live for at least 1 month and then see the results, see the numbers, see if you're getting extra, revenue out of it. And if you are, then I think it's something that you should continue and improve over time. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope this video was valuable and you were able to learn something new and build something new. If that was the case, don't forget to like the video and do subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for AI systems for your business, do check out the link to our website in the description below. If you're looking to connect with me, then don't forget to send me a connection request on LinkedIn. You'll find the link to my coaching calendar in the description below just in case you're interested. And yes, you'll also find all the resources, everything in the description. Do let me know if you have any other ideas for my future videos, and I would be more than happy to cover them for you. That's it for this video. I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, bye!